The Backyard Naturalists podcast is presented by Backyard Birds in Matthews, North Carolina. Backyard Birds offers a unique in-store shopping experience highlighting the joy and excitement of attracting wildlife with the finest quality seed and the best quality bird feeders, bird houses, bird baths, and more. Bringing people of all ages together with nature and wildlife, Backyard Birds has everything you need to create your own backyard natural habitat. Connect with Backyard Birds at thebirdfoodstore.com or on social media. Now, here's Debbie and Laurie, the Backyard Naturalists.
Welcome to the Backyard Naturalists, the podcast about anything and everything related to nature. You know the drill at this point. We're into year 5 and we're over 200 episodes. So we hope that you found some things that you have been listening to that you thought, wow, that's something I can use in my yard, or maybe some changes you can make in your gardening, for example. There's a list that's online. It's published annually, and I've been tracking this for a lot of years, just for my own sake, and also because Laurie and I both have parrots. We look for good quality, safe parrot food. They eat a lot of people food, so we're looking for good quality, safe food to feed our parrots. And just recently, this popped up again, and I thought, there's that one I've been thinking about doing. So it is by the Environmental Working Group, which is a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization. And they have published 2 different lists since 2013. So this has been going on quite a while. One of the lists is called the Dirty Dozen, and that's a nasty list. And the other one is called the Clean 15, which is a well-recommended list. I thought what we go through today is we'll go through each of these lists and explain them and give you all of the things that are on the list. There's 12 on the Dirty Dozen list and 15, obviously, on the Clean 15 list. And then we can talk about why this is important at the very end. It's certainly important for our health, but it's important for other reasons as well. So the Environmental Working Group, or EWG, ranks fruits and vegetables based on testing that's done through the USDA on pesticide data program for pesticide contamination and it is, isn't it? Yeah, my tongue just got tangled up. And pesticide toxicity. So we know that pesticides have a lot of harmful effects, and we also probably know that we're coming into contact with more pesticides than we could possibly imagine that we come into contact with. Unless you shop at the Matthews Community Farmers Market,
That's right.
Which I do every Saturday. And they use these tests based on what we do at home, what we commonly do at home with the fruits and vegetables that we purchase. So I thought that was an interesting way to go about it, too. And what are those things that we do, Laurie?
Wash under running water for 15 to 20 seconds.
Yep.
And peel if appropriate, like bananas.
Yeah. So I'll ask you guys, I know I am very guilty of grabbing some blueberries or blackberries or maybe strawberries, and they just look really delicious. So I tend to just start gobbling when I get it instead of taking them home.
Yeah, me too.
You do? How about you?
I wash them.
Do you really?
I do wash them.
You don't even eat them on the way home from the grocery store? Oh, wow.
No.
Well, I'm going to start, I hope. Keep reminding me about that.
Yeah.
All right. And you need to start too.
Yeah, there used to be a thing I remember back when I was a kid. It was in a spray bottle, and it was like it'll get the wax.
A wash
off.
or something. Yeah. I don't know if that affects pesticides or not. It's a great question to research. I can't remember the name of that product
And
either.
I haven't seen it around, so I think I have our answer.
Oh, well, I think I remember seeing it at a friend's house who has parrots, but I will double check. I don't know how old it is. I mean, maybe it's several years old. I don't know. Okay, so the list of published fruits and vegetables with the highest levels of pesticides and residues are, and this is in order, by the way. So the very first one was the worst.
The potatoes.
Yep, potatoes.
And the things that you eat on the way home. Blueberries,
Yep.
blackberries, apples, pears, nectarines.
Yeah, and I'm not positive, but I think apples used to be number 1 on the list, and they've been replaced by potatoes. And if I also remember correctly, they said you can scrub an apple all day long, but those pesticides get inside the apple. So
Well,
you're
like
really
the potato, I would think.
probably, yeah. You're not doing it. And then the rest of the list, here come more fruits, and I do love fruits: cherries, peaches, grapes, and then in the greens family, collards, kale, and mustard greens.
We always boil those.
Well, I tend to feed them raw to my parrot. And now I'm kind of thinking, well, I'll be getting organic from here on out, which I usually do anyway, or buy it from the farmer's market, and strawberries and spinach. So we're going to repeat that list again and again. It's in order of the most contaminated to the least contaminated, but least contaminated is a misleading term in this. These are on this list because they are contaminated. Read the list again.
Potatoes, blueberries, blackberries, apples, pears, nectarines, cherries, peaches, grapes, kale, colored and mustard greens, strawberries, and spinach.
And I don't know about you, but I'm looking at all my favorite things on there going, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. But it's good to know before we consume mass quantities of these things and are exposed to pesticides and toxicity. So that's the bad news, right? If you're seeing things on that list and going, but I love those. All right, again, wash them for 15 to 20 seconds under running water and peel them if appropriate. You'll also notice that some of the things like bananas were not on that list because that peel is pretty thick. Things like pineapples, also not on the list. It tends to apparently be the thinner skinned or non-skinned varieties. And so we can maybe make other choices if we choose to do that. Eat a lot of pineapple, okay? That'll help. It's beneficial for us anyway. The flip side of that, the opposite list, is the Clean 15. And just like the Dirty Dozen, they tested all of these things under the same conditions, and they came up with a list in order of those safest things that we can eat. So let's hit those.
Well, pineapples, which explains that sweet corn, I guess they have enough of a husk around them that it keeps it protected. Avocados.
Well, and it was fresh and frozen. And that I didn't see any other food where they talked about frozen. So I take that back. There's one more on the list.
Papaya. Onion. Sweet peas, frozen. Okay. Asparagus.
And then also cabbage, watermelon. No surprise there, I guess.
Now, cauliflower, that's odd.
Yeah.
Because it's around, the green's around it. But
it's harder is what I'm guessing. And cabbage is a tougher, harder leaf, I'm guessing. Right. There's the bananas again, mangoes again, sturdy shell, mushrooms.
Yeah, that's right on the ground and you just,
I will have to talk to Hiram at the Matthews Community Farmers Market.
That's right.
It's a hypothesis. And then kiwi. And again, kiwi's got a fairly tough shell that completely covers the whole thing. We'll repeat that one again just so you get it. Pineapples, sweet corn, both fresh and frozen. Avocados, papaya, onion, sweet peas, frozen only, for example. I'm not sure how you have sweet peas and skip the fresh ones and go straight to the frozen ones.
Not sure.
I can't figure that one out. Asparagus, cabbage, watermelon, cauliflower, bananas, mangoes, mushrooms, and kiwi. Now, this environmental working group also has a shopper's guide. So if you said, wow, they really gave me some good information on the Backyard Naturalist for this episode, but I'd like something I can take to the grocery store with me, well, you are in luck because they have this. We will put on our Facebook page when this episode is published, and we don't know when it's going to be. It'll be before Christmas, okay? The EWG's 2025 Shopper's Guide to Pesticides in Produce Frequently Asked Questions. So you can have the guide.
Wow.
And you could get your questions answered. So,
interesting.
Yeah. So is this good news?
Not really.
No, but
at least we're better informed.
Right. So we can make educated decisions about our health. Okay. That's important. All right. And so the question is, well, what are we each going to do? I will not be skipping the washing part anymore. And even though a lot of what I eat is organic, I will continue to look for more options there. And I will continue to get most of my veggies and some of the fruits at the Matthews Community Farmers Market because I can ask them right to, do you use organic growing principles? And even though they are not certified organic, because that's a big expense and a lot of record keeping, and for a smaller farm, that would be a really hard thing for them to do. They still may use organic growing. So I can ask and they will give me an answer. The guy that I've been talking to you about who has the sprouts there, he keeps saying, do you know more parrot people are coming to visit me? And I just burst out laughing. I said, yeah, I guess who's sending them? Because they've got organic sprouts, and sprouts are living food, so it's healthier for us and healthier for parrots too. So you've got a parrot out there. There you go. Get some sprouts or do your own. What changes will you make? You may not have as many to make as I did because you were already washing.
Well, I do wash, but probably more organic instead of just going for what's on special or whatever. But I try to do more organic anyway.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And when we talk about health and food, one of the things that we have to take into account was how far food travels to reach our table. And I think the average is supposed to be something like 1,500 miles. It travels a long way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can buy organic food at the grocery store, but it may have been picked ripe, maybe irradiated. I don't know if they're allowed to do that with organic and trucked across the country. Right. So, yeah, that kind of is an issue.
Eating local is a good idea.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Yep. Chris, how about you?
I'm gotten much more organic lately. I get, and I'm eating a lot because of some changes. I'm eating a lot more fruits and vegetables. And, gosh, you guys were talking about blueberries a minute ago. I eat more blueberries in a week than I used to eat in a year. But yeah,
I eat a lot of blueberries.
And I love for breakfast every morning. It's my yogurt with fresh blueberries that are organic, and I use without mentioning the name of the brand, a keto granola, which is the seeds and whatnot. But yeah, washing is like we've always said, this show is creating awareness, and here we go.
Yeah. And there might be people who are saying we don't understand what the connection is with the show about anything and everything related to nature. If we're talking about organic growing practices or non-organic growing practices, we are talking about things that affect our soil, our water, and our air quality. So this is, in fact, related to nature, and it affects those three things, not only for human beings, as I said in a presentation recently, but for other organisms that we share this soil with. So if you are putting pesticides on something and they leach into the soil, that's affecting worms, other organisms.
Things that eat the worms.
Yeah, all kinds of things. And then the birds that would eat it. So it does. It's a global issue where we need to make some better choices. And I think, anything's driven by sales, right? By the economy.
Right.
So if we buy more organic, we will see more organic.
Yep.
Okay? So it is a way to make our world healthier and ourselves healthier as well. Hope you've enjoyed this episode where we've been talking about the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15 list from the Environmental Working Group. I'm Debbie.
And I'm Laurie.
Go out there and wash all those blueberries. We're signing off.